Hello, well met. Welcome to episode 7 of the Abomination Vaults 5e edition. Uh, Originally a Pathfinder adventure, but we are playing it in 5e D&D. Jen Brezis is not with us. She is traveling to do more of her artsy work. And so if you tuned in hoping for a Miri the Barbarian's date with Rin Svinsky, the peddler of oddities and wonders in Otari, unfortunately that is not going to happen today. It might happen eventually, but it won't happen today. I am Eric Scott DeVee, the DM of this game, and I am going to pass it over to Gabrielle while I queue up what I'm going to say about our sponsors. Take it away, Gabrielle.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Harboe. I'm playing Mauricio, your iconic elf rogue, and I am a writer, editor, game designer, literary agent. But tonight I am a rogue with extra kitty ears, and you can find me at Patreon at Gabrielle_H, where I give lots of advice on writing and game designing and other stuff for free. Take it away, Kelsey.
Hey, I'm Kelsey, occasional artist, full-time cryptid. I will be playing Seelah the Paladin tonight. Take it away, Ben.
Hello, I'm Benjamin Williams. I am a video game industry person who is delighted and privileged to play with these beautiful people. I will be playing Ezrin, the wizard who I instructed to have cast color spray, but was told instead became an Armageddon fire starter engine of destruction.
It was
Take
a
it away,
chromatic
Fable.
orb, and you fired it at a very, very flammable monster.
I said
So
cast color
flammable.
spray. My wishes were not honored. That's all I'm saying. I wanted Gezerin's gay laser to go off.
Hey, look, I looked at your spells prepared, and I'm like, oh, chromatic orb. He cast that. Sorry. Anyway, continue.
Take it,
Fable,
take it,
Fable,
take it away, Fable.
please save us, Fable.
Please save us, Fable.
Hello, my name is Fable. I am a story and a purveyor thereof. You can find me over at Ko-Fi and have any questions or the like about world building, telling stories or the like. But for here and for tonight, I will be playing Kira, your iconic cleric, as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the Gauntlet and also the interpersonal problems of this place. While there's a giant ticking clock above us, that may make things worse again if we don't get to it soon.
They do it all the time in Persona.
It's fine.
They
It's
sure
fine.
do, yeah.
Oh
Okay.
man, I try to replicate the mist music and I'm always wrong. I wish I could.
All right. And like I said, Eric Scott DeVee, founding member of the Dungeon Scrawlers. I want to give a shout out to our Discord. Come and hang out with us. We talk about this campaign and others. We have several sponsors on our stream. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a strategy RPG, CRPG on every device that you can possibly imagine, except apparently the Switch. Anyway, that draws together all your favorite characters from various Forgotten Realms novels and source books and games, including the Brimstone Angels, Farida and Havilar and Mehen, Drizzt and his companions, Orkira, who from the Orkira plays, from the Idle Champions. It's a wonderful cycle of content, and you should go check it out. Phoenix Dice, named for the legendary creature that rises from the ashes. I'm told that Kelsey has some Phoenix Dice on hand and is ready in case the digital dice do not cooperate. They are made from all recycled materials, like that creature from which they are named, and they are always coming out with new designs and new patterns and new colors and new materials, and you should go check it out. Also, Norse Foundry, which specializes in metal dice, is a real chunky feeling of swinging a metal weapon at something rather than like a plastic weapon. You really feel like you're crushing the armor of the monster horde. If you notice that I use that phrase a lot, it's because they like that phrase a lot. So, Norse Foundry dice are there are hundreds of different patterns and all kinds of great colors and setups and they have a bunch of other cool merch as well. So you should go check them out. You can get discounts on any of those things using the codes down in the doobly-doo below, or by putting in exclamation point Phoenix or exclamation point Norse Foundry. As it says on the screen, I should stop reading the screen. Okay. So, to begin our game today, everyone is retired to the Rowdy Rockfish, which is not really that rowdy. Let me just...
The reasonably active rockfish just doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
No.
Correct. I messed up the
rockfish
videos
do
for a
kinda
second,
just
but I got it right back. Okay.
hang out in
What
the
is
rocks.
rowdy for a rockfish, to be fair?
Like
Well-
to sort of wiggle it a bit, I
Yeah.
think.
It kind of
The
goes woo
the
once in a
sign
while.
above the inn and tavern has a rockfish with its little fins up like it's gonna box. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's right.
I love it.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cute.
But
Do they
the
sell
inn,
t-shirts?
the inn has a reputation for being peaceful, and fights never break out there. So you go to bed very peacefully, undisturbed, and it is in that context that our paladin Seelah has a dream.
Ooh.
So, sure enough, Seelah,
Mm-hmm.
you are in a great battle. You're swinging your shield up to block a blast of fire, and the fire, as it pours over your shield, turns into writhing snakes made of blackness that curl around and try to bite at you. You reach for your sword, and you find that instead of a sword, you have a mace. Well, that's okay. You're adept with maces. You smash at the serpents, but there are more coming. And suddenly, this massive sword swings through, severing the serpents, and the spell dissipates. And you see this this tall, sharp-featured woman standing over you. She's no one that you've met before. Like I said, she is tall, statuesque, just very strongly built and powerful. And she says, "Careful there, priestess," holding out a hand to help you up.
Seelah will accept the hand up. Thank you. Who are you?
Ha! That's really funny. Anyway, we got to help the others.
Yeah.
Otari and Zar are in big trouble. And she
Yeah.
goes running off. And you realize that you are standing in a familiar setting. Like, it's a castle of some kind. You feel like you've been here before, but you've never seen this place, at least not like this. And you hear the crackle of magic and a voice, like, it sounds like a wizard's voice. Like, you can tell from a distance that it's a wizard casting some sort of spell.
That's classic.
And you he sounds curmudgeonly and silver foxy. Let's just say that. Okay?
He sounds like certain wizards I have heard speak a lot before.
Yeah. Anyway, and this tall Amazon of a woman goes running through this door into a tower, and rising up inside the tower, its walls being this beautiful glowing, like, matte gray color, are stairs leading up through the tower. And you realize that you've seen those stairs somewhere before. Would you like to make an investigation check, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Excellent.
No whammies. Oh, some whammies. That's an 11.
Okay. That tower seems really familiar. You think that maybe... How is this possible that you are staring at the Gauntlet Tower, but you're not in some destroyed ruin. Instead, you are in a beautiful, well-made, well upheld and upholstered castle. There are signs of violence. There's been a fight. There are blasts, and some of the doors are broken. But it is still a living castle. And you realize that you are not alone standing here in the main hall of the castle. There is, standing near you, if you look around slightly,
Oh yeah.
a small, frail, dark-skinned girl with kind of like orange-colored eyes, just like staring at the tower, looking concerned. And then she looks over at you and kind of cocks her head to the side.
It's dangerous. You shouldn't be here right now.
Can she see me? She's not supposed to be able to see me. How come she can see me? And then she kind of like cringes back from you.
Oh, sorry. I'm not here to hurt you. There's a battle going
I'm
on
worried.
here.
She starts getting obviously anxious and scared.
Oh gosh.
And she says, no, stay away from me. Stay away from me. She plasters herself back against the wall. And she says, save me, help me. And then you feel something else near you.
Ooh, what is it? Looking around.
Well, at first you had the smell of like an exotic sort of perfume from some distant land that you may have traveled to, you may have not traveled to. Author's note, I have never met Seelah, so I don't know exactly where she's been, so just use your imagination. End of author's note.
Also, dream logic, maybe it's familiar even though she's never been there before.
Right, and you hear this faint tinkling of bells, and then you hear a chittering sound.
Oh,
you
I don't
look
like
around, and there's Bite Bite.
Bite Bite?
And Bite Bite says to you, sorry about this. Ah! And then you wake up.
Seelah waking up mid-shout, sitting straight up in bed.
Yeah.
Just looking around, gasping, catching her breath, and for a moment having that am I even awake feeling. And of course, you know, Amiri's not sleeping on the floor this time, so it's not like there's anyone to speak to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amiri's not there. It's just you in your room.
It's just me and my feelings alone. Just alone with my thoughts. That's fine. Oh boy, someone's not going back to bed. That someone is me. Seelah will get up, go over to the basin of cold water to splash some on her face, and then what time is it even?
It is perhaps an hour before dawn. You know, the darkest part.
Oh yeah, of course.
Although you are pretty sure that Ezrin is up this early. He's old,
Can't
you know.
sleep. Can't sleep, back pain. Complained about it constantly on the trip. Therefore, you know.
You know, I'm gonna go have Ezrin tell me whatever lists he's come up with today. That's gonna make me feel better.
That's one of the realest things that Ben has said on this stream. Is like back pain, can't wake up, can't sleep. Ah.
Oh, you think I'm role playing right now?
No, it is true to life. Okay, sure enough.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Does that mean that I got a long rest?
Yes, everybody gets a long rest.
I was gonna ask, can I still slam that long rest button finally?
Yes, everybody gets a long rest. Go ahead and push that button in D&D Beyond. Okay. Ezrin, indeed, you are awake and you're having tea or smoking your pipe or whatever you're doing.
No. The local coffee is delicious because it comes from my hometown. Therefore, I'm okay with it.
Oh, right. I remember the screed about the local coffee.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Which isn't local coffee. They just buy well. Excellent. Yes.
Author's note, the real life Ezrin does like a pipe every so often, but I think it's fundamentally irresponsible of a writer to encourage smoking by putting it in their work. Whoops. Period. End of author's note.
I don't want to mix my uppers and my downers.
Okay.
That's just irresponsible.
All
Hard
right.
cut to everyone gathering for cigars and whiskey.
That's totally fine. Okay, Seelah, are you gonna seek Ezrin out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just go over and just knock on that door of his.
Yeah.
He's probably like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the light under the jamb of his door.
And you hear him say, "I didn't order more coffee, but if you brought some, I would be grateful."
you know what? Seelah's just gonna push his door open and be like, I can go get some if you really like.
No, I'm so sorry. I had a lovely chat with the innkeep this morning, and we were talking about the varieties that she brought, and I thought maybe she just was going to encourage me to keep buying her coffee, which I would have been glad to do, because wow, yesterday I
Yeah,
slept like crap. How about you?
not great. Creepy dreams. So tell me more about the coffee.
It's delicious. In fact, I've made a list of its qualities and attributes.
I
He
would
proceeds
expect
to go on.
nothing less. You know what? She'll just let him talk this time.
Listening to Ezrin can be very calming.
It's like meditative in a way. It's almost ASMR.
Hmm.
Yes. Honestly, what you would actually start to get out of this is more than just sort of like obsessive compulsive tendencies, and you would actually start to get a little bit of his like merchant family background would sort of come
Aw.
out, because you would like, there's just stuff that he knows that isn't just about having come from a comfortable life and like knowing about comforts. It's more about like where it's grown, why it is, and how it affects the economy, and like that sort of stuff. And he will go on until you stop him.
Yeah, no, he just kind of gets to talk for most of the morning. I
Oh.
think
Okay.
That's sweet.
she does usually have a hard limit of how long she lets him talk, but no, this is, you know what? Let's hear about all the tasting notes. Really, ethically grown. That's amazing. In the shade, does that really make a difference? Yeah.
Who are
he
you
would
and what have
abso-
you done with Seelah?
Yes.
She had a really bad dream, okay?
I mean, he would absolutely be then trying to get you to like do the tasting with him, and doing the thing where,
Sure.
is doing the like kind of thing, making
It
sure
all
you're
kind of
really
tastes like coffee to her, but
but the berry notes, the sweetness.
if I take a sip while I'm thinking about berry and sweetness, it does seem like there is a difference.
Yeah. And eventually the self-awareness will catch up with him, and he'll be, or he'll just finally run out of his own steam. And he'll go, "Some bad dreams. Tell me about it."
And at that point, I think it's, she's kind of gone through the whole importance of coffee enough that she's removed from the initial like horror of this dream that like, actually, yeah, you know what? She can talk about it now. I dreamed that I was in the gauntlet, but not
Oh.
as we saw it. Like it was still a working castle that people lived in, but there was fighting going on, and this really tall, statuesque woman saved me from a battle, and
Did she happen to have a very wide-brimmed hat?
did she? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so,
She
but
had long, flowing black hair that ran down most of her back with a couple of like silver streaks in it.
she had really dark long hair, but there was some silver in it.
Hmm.
Uh,
And what was she doing?
well, she was a fellow warrior, clearly.
So she was on your side. You weren't
Yes,
fighting.
yeah,
her.
yeah. I was holding up my shield and snakes went around it, and
Thanks.
fall. Yeah. It
How
was
did
something
snakes
else that
get from the
turned.
ground on your shield?
You want to describe the spell effect to him?
Yeah. You know what? She will as best she can describe the. It was like a spell, I think. A snake
Based on
spell. I
her-
don't know.
Based on her description, would I recognize it?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check, and you can do it with advantage because you have, well, you have help.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
Nice.
Dang.
yes.
I turn to the page in my spell book in which I have taken copious notes on this exact spell drawn from a history book.
It's under
I show
S
her
snakes,
diagrams.
group.
Okay. Let me. Well, all right. As the description is going on, keep talking, and I'll tell you that in a second.
Okay.
D&D Beyond is being slow to load, so.
All right.
Okay. Assuming there's a that's a spell. Or actually, as Ezra's looking through it, and then there was this girl there. She looked. I don't know. Maybe I saw her before, but it's a dream. I can't really tell. You know, some people will look familiar even though they're strangers, whereas other
Yes.
people you won't recognize, and you'll wake up and be like, "That was my uncle."
Yes. Or sometimes your ex is there again and again and again, and you're like, please go away. This is why I broke up with you. But anyway, please continue. There was a little girl.
Yeah. She looked kind of sickly, and the thing was, when I told her, there's a battle going on, you shouldn't be here, she seemed surprised that I could see her, and then she got really scared.
Was she a human girl, or was she perhaps?
She was a human.
So not some sort of little sneaky fey creature that would be hiding away.
Yeah, no, she just looked like a normal kid.
But she was surprised you could see her.
Yeah, and then got really anxious and really alarmed.
Now that you're thinking about it, she looked very wan and tired and anemic. Like
Have I seen
very
this girl
weak.
before?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, no whammies. Come on, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. Oh, come on!
Sorry, I
She seems familiar, but who can say? All right. Sure enough, she's thinking about it. Seelah is thinking about it. Like, she seemed really familiar, and Ezra's like, black tentacles. That sounds like black tentacles.
Good old Everard and his black tentacles.
That's right.
That sure seemed like a spell that would be called Black Tentacles. That lines up.
And Ezra, would you like to share a little bit of extra spell lore about this?
Oh, Everard's black tentacles. I mean, like, it is possible that a wizard could have cast that. It's probably more like from a warlock, stolen valor and all that, or it could have been a sorcerer if their magic was dark in nature, but generally a bad person, negative stuff, necromancy,
There's
not
also
really
also a very similar spell. Some people refer to this spell as slither. It's very evocative, isn't it? Isn't it? Seelah? Hello?
I don't.
And she's
don't
like,
like
no. Like, has Seelah
Bite
already
was
left
there.
the room, or are you still
Bite was there. Bite was there.
Bite was there.
Oh, the little centipede man thing.
Yeah.
Friend.
I mean, I guess for a centipede it wasn't very little, but yeah. And it spoke.
Oh. What did it have a delightful speaking voice? Would you like to carry on a conversation with it?
I don't. All it said was, "I'm real sorry about this," or something to that effect. And then it attacked me, and then I woke up.
A polite, voracious predator.
Yeah.
I don't usually associate insects with empathy. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But the little girl, solid, transparent, ghost.
It seemed pretty solid. I'm pretty sure she was solid. And the other warrior that helped me up called me priestess.
And where did she go? And where was she when the girl was there?
Like in kind of a flirtatious way. Like that did kind of come across.
Oh.
Yeah.
She.
Like in a Han Solo sort of way.
Oh. Okay. Oh. All right.
Seelah's getting a little hot and bothered just thinking about this lady.
Did you?
She helped me
Sorry.
up. And
Ezra
good
raises
to go.
one snowy eyebrow.
Yeah, I'm trying
She
so hard
was-
not to make Lady Dimitrescu jokes. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Because you said she was tall.
She was
And
not
then-
9
And then
feet
I'm
tall.
ridiculous.
I mean, she could.
That's why I asked about the hat.
Could be.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The hat. Now I get it.
I got you. I got you. I
Sorry,
knew where you
sorry,
were
I
going.
should've
with
got that
I'm
immediately.
ridiculous. I apologize for my existence.
She helped me up, and I asked who she was, and she seemed really entertained by that question. Like it was a silly thing to ask, and then went further into the battle. I was going to follow her when I noticed the
As if you
child
were
was there.
perhaps bosom buddies.
Yeah, maybe.
So Ezrin would immediately go into sort of like math GIF mode and start to think about, okay, so dream, tower, not a ruin. And,
Shield mates.
right, and would want to calculate
Oh, they
how
were
long
shield
ago
mates.
how long ago would the tower have been whole? Like, would I know this?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Ezrin is well studied. He knows a lot of things. I think you're trained in history.
I
Okay.
am. I got a 13.
As far as you know, the Gauntlight Castle last stood about 500 years ago, and it was demolished mostly, like reduced to the state more or less that you witnessed when you went there, after an epic battle with members of the Rose Guard, who are the heroes who founded the city of Otari.
So I would be math gifting on this, and I would go, Seelah, how old are you?
How old is Seelah? Do we?
I don't know, 30-ish.
Oh, 30. Please note the I don't know is also in character. I don't know, 30.
Welcome Raiders. Forge of Lore has just raided us. And as is tradition on the show, the next time somebody makes a skill check after we've been raided, they get advantage on the skill check.
Yay! So please, I need it. Make sure I'm the
Well,
next one.
So I would offer back to her this history that I
Yeah.
recall about the Rose Guard and the timing, and be
Did
like,
I get flirted with by a dead lady?
oh, assuredly. But then again, we've been surrounded by dead, and we're screamed at by another dead lady in the tower. Is it
Yep.
related? Yeah.
Could be.
I think that's.
So
Maybe?
I said the Rose Guard, but do I know who the Rose Guard is? Or like, is there probably not with 13?
Not with the 13.
Yeah, probably not.
But there are probably places to learn about the Rose Guard in town.
I mean, the mayor's a descendant from one of them, right? And we do need to speak to him in the morning.
The mayor did mention
it is technically the morning.
that part of the manor in which the mayor lives is a museum to the history of Otari, so you could probably learn something there. There is
Oh.
also, and I know this is going to cue Ezrin, there is a bookshop in town which probably has some historical tomes that you could investigate.
Heck
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like immediately run to Kira's room because
Kira, guess what? Book
The
time, book time.
library!
Yeah.
Kira, it's time for book montage, research montage.
All
Just
right.
imagine him frantically banging on a door, specifically saying, "Research montage, Kira! Research montage!"
Okay, I have gone back to the full party. We'll say that. Excuse me. It is now full morning, and you have had your morning feast. Since we spent a lot of time with Ezrin and Seelah, do we want to spend a moment with Kira and Maurizio? Or
Leading
did
up
you
to
just
when I
sleep in
rudely
and
interrupted.
and maybe you're having breakfast already when Ezrin runs down?
That's fair. I know that Kira's Uh, Kira's morning starts with the dawn. Serenre's prayers are a sword dance in the dawn's light. Um, and for a brief moment, I thought you were going to wake her up before that, which that'd be a fun person to meet that you meet literally once.
I'm sure
And
I'm sure Maurizio never watches the sword dance to greet the dawn. Like I'm sure that just doesn't happen.
She is watching respectfully.
Mauricio doesn't need to sleep. So,
Mhm.
That's
of
right.
course, Mauricio always wakes to watch Kira greet the dawn.
yeah,
You're sitting there meditating, and it's just like one eye pops open.
She's,
uh,
uh, you know, cuddled up, and when Kira starts to move, she's like, oh, finally I was getting bored.
Aww.
uh, hmm.
But greeting the dawn comes first, and then talking or other things or breakfast, or we don't interrupt
Yeah.
the greeting the dawn.
I think that her prayers go as usual. Uh, I think there's kind of an element of dourness to them, actually. Uh, there's a focus to the movements. I don't think she slept great, and I think especially as Mauricio only needs to trance, if someone is tossing and turning near you, that becomes a bit more clear. Uh, but despite that, awakes does her prayers uh, with the morose focus of someone whose mind is elsewhere. Uh, before sort of sheathing the blade and like very clearly trying to figure out where to take her day, where to start her day. While a part of her brain is otherwise somewhere else.
Mauricio's definitely not listening to the wall with a glass against it to see what Ezra and Seelah are saying.
I mean, maybe you briefly did and just started hearing about tasting notes and... Oh, never mind.
Nope.
So
I'm out.
to be clear, according to the map, the Rowdy Rockfish is this building here. Ooh,
Oh.
that's a big ping.
Yeah.
And yet I missed it.
Don't worry, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty large building, and it has a yard, or you can kind of do your sword dance on the cliff overlooking the sea if you prefer, which is not very far away. You basically have beachfront property.
Uh,
Okay.
I think at that case, I think it does end up going out by the water, primarily for like she's not afraid to do it in a room, but in this, like, it's as much a change of scenery as anything else. And I guess the question there is, does Mauricio go out with her, or is it a watching this
Mauricio
occur?
watches from the windowsill with little hearts in her eyes.
Okay.
Then I think she does also catch Kira first looking to the southwest towards the library and the graveyard, and kind of still like hand grasp on the top of the scimitar. Then to the north and to Rin's tent. And I think the huff is clear from here. Of
Maurizio does have very sharp ears, so yeah.
there
But I'm
is
Tish.
there is a clear tangle of maybe it's frustration in her, as she takes her last bow out towards the rising sun and starts making her way back to the to the inn for breakfast and the like.
If she looks up to the window on her way back in, she will notice that Merciel is gone to meet her when she comes in. Because
Oh.
obviously that was not how that usually goes. And do we need to
Yeah.
talk?
Yeah.
Yesterday was tough for everyone. And I think for Kira especially, feeling the need to heal all the townspeople when she was on her last reserves. And
Yeah.
so Merciel is giving her space to do what she needs to do, but she's also, sensitive to that. And I want to say, I'm looking for gentle words here. Merciel may not always be the sharpest crayon in the box about all things, but she's lived long enough that she's observant about some things.
Her emotional intelligence is a little higher than her actual intelligence. Sorry,
There you go.
actual
Yeah.
as in logical, reasonable thinking. That was a terrible
Yeah.
thing of me to say. Anyway,
People smarts
right.
versus book smarts.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Marisa is
Yeah.
good at people, not so good at books. She
She's-
doesn't care
she's
about books.
known-
They're valuable. It can be
She's
sold.
known a lot of people. She's known a lot of humans. She can kind of, part of her being able to do what she does is reading people well. So
Author's
Yeah.
note: I'm sorry for implying that the only intelligence that is actual is not emotional intelligence is clearly not true. End of author's
Yeah.
note.
The
Sorry.
just doesn't remove it from the book.
We're
just
good.
a note about it.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
Merciel-
it's already printed. Can't take it back. Okay.
Merciel reaches back for a dagger. What did you say, author?
Author's note: yikes.
the
Oh, I see we're in 2001 fanfiction.net house style now. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I think as sort of Kira comes back into the inn and kind of like sees Mauricio, there is a longer than usual beat before the sigh of good morning. Is everything brewing already? We should probably start breakfast and the like if we have such an early day.
Merciel wordlessly pushes a stoneware mug down the bar to Kira, already on it.
It is appreciated.
No words, just caffeine.
Well, it is at that moment that Ezrin comes downstairs, having failed to locate either of you in Kira's room.
Seelah's following at a more sedate pace.
There you are. Of course you're here. It's past the dawn. I'm sorry. I got really distracted. Like we were drinking a lot of coffee and
Why don't we see
two
if-
beats slower, but it is a good morning to you too.
Yes. Good morning. How are you feeling?
I have greeted the sun. Our day is started. The sun has risen. So by this we are fortunate. You're all here.
Excellent. I have one word for you, books.
It's a predictable word from you. Can I get some context?
Oh, is it not predictable for you as well? Do we not share this in common? Suddenly I'm getting sass from you. Drink some more coffee.
How many cups have you had?
Yes.
Okay. Merciel backs off. That's answer enough.
All right.
there were tasting notes.
Oh. And what did we taste? Chocolate and hickory, or
You see Ezran actively restraining himself from launching into it and instead focuses on Kira and is like, Seelah had a dream.
I'm tempted to
Yes.
persuasion check, but then,
And-
Seelah had a dream. Okay, that's much
And
more
we
important.
need to research it, in my opinion.
Oh.
Tell us about this dream.
There's sort of a ship.
Okay.
Ezra, are you getting vibes?
No, I'm making logical conclusions based on data that she gave me that she incited in the dream, which is clearly a magical influence in this land of undead and weirdness.
Don't you see the math? Don't you see the math gif? There's a math gif. It's right over his head.
She gets
Author,
heart size, I get Matt gifts. Don't get it twisted with your
author's
lady
note.
friend.
Ezrin was so quick to reply that I did not get to explain that he clenched up every single muscle in his body when she mentioned vibes.
Why do you think he has back pain all the time?
That's right.
He's so uptight.
That's right, exactly.
Yes. Kira looks down, finds patience in the coffee, looks forward. So, yes, this dream.
Yeah.
What
dead
is
lady
it
might
that
have-
we might need to go and
Uh,
research?
Ezrin thinks I might have been dreaming about the original Rose Guard and
Mhm.
them fighting the Gauntlet back the first time.
See, if they defeated them the first time, then maybe there's a secret that we know about, like, you know, weaknesses and strategy and things that we could do so we can get in there and really, like, do some good stuff.
I mean, if it worked once.
All right.
Now, you got that book place down at the end of town, right? Like, what is that place? It's not
The
a proper
Dawnflower
library, right?
Library.
The
Well,
Oh, it is-
Dawnflower Library.
There
Oh, it
is
is a
the-
proper library.
There's the Dawnflower Library, and there is Odd Stories, which is a book shop that is at the north of town. Oh, clicked on the wrong.
Out of
And-
character question. Dawnflower Library
this
is a
way.
religious institution?
Oh
or is this
yes,
just
it is a
library?
temple
yes.
to Saren Ray,
Okay, that as
Which
Yeah.
also
so
has
I-
books.
which would
So
explain why
Ezra
Ezrin
reiterates
has been like
that
books,
is a library, right?
books,
Yeah.
deity.
And
So-
there's also the mayor's museum to the town, which might go into the history of the town was founded by the
It was founded by the Rose
surviving
Guard, so
by the surviving Rose Guard. Or not
Right.
by him, but in honor of him, or was it by him? I don't remember.
Mauricio
one
just
of-
makes this a
Mauricio doesn't
casual
remember.
observation. Like somebody
Mhm.
said something once,
Mhm.
and I don't really remember what it was, but yeah.
But it was relevant, so if you remember it, this is the time to remember it.
Right.
I do know that it was one of the member of the Rose Guard was named Otari, and
Mhm.
that person died during the whole Gauntlet thing, and
Oh.
so the town was founded
So-
in their honor by
So
the
named
surviving
after
members.
the person
yeah,
who
yeah.
died, not named by the person who survived. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Odd
That's what I
Stories
know.
is somewhere up here in the north of town.
Mm.
The Menemez Manor is this big building, which is actually overlooking the town from atop the cliff.
Because rich people.
Because rich,
'Cause rich people.
Well, it appears to be one of the nicer buildings in the town and was probably among the earliest built. And then, of course, there's the Dawnflower Library down here at the southwestern end of town.
So honestly, despite Ezrin's clear bias towards the religious institution library, he would still be more inclined to check that one out first because he has additional bias about small provincial town bookshops, which clearly won't have anything of value in it.
So,
Okay.
the question that I have for you then is: do you want to have this research together and find each of these places, see if there is more to find, or do you want to try and split up, learn, and come back together at? She kind of leans out to look through a window. The house on the cliff, which is a
mean-
little bit more of a walk than the rest of them.
It
Seelah,
is what we
let's-
usually do to bond.
We can
We
go
should let
together.
the two of you bond over books while we go to the museum and start asking direct questions about the history.
You said direct questions.
Okay.
As opposed,
Peaceful direct ones, yes?
Oh. yes.
Questions with a
At
dagger involved?
first,
Yeah, this is the
The mayor has been only helpful to us so far and is interested in helping us further, so yes. We will be straightforward and not waste his time.
and I lean into Kira and I say, I won't even steal anything from the museum.
There's like there's
Is that a
the
persuasion
sort of
check or a deception check?
Ooh, roll and find out.
Persuasion? Okay,
The-
so here's my soapbox.
This-
Deception and persuasion should be the same skill. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
You're just trying to convince somebody to do something, whether you're being truthful or not. Anyway, go on.
You know that joke where you say that if someone were holding a gun to my head and asked me to remember something, I'd die because I couldn't remember it. Replace gun with dagger, insert Mauricio, and scene.
There's sort of there's the pause of like, all right, unless it's important. If it's important, then we ask.
If it's important, then we steal it. Oh, I love you.
Hey,
Okay, so have you decided
Little heart
who's
eyes.
going where? You're in town. It should be fairly safe to split the party. I'm just saying.
if you all want to go check out the manor first, then Ezra and I can look at the Dawnflower Library, see if there is anything of note there, and stop at the bookshop, see if there is any books that would be of, if they predate or come to the beginning of the town here, they would likely be kept in the bookstore or the museum. But I think it unwise to eschew any possible avenues of information since we're going to have to go up there to meet you anyway.
Okay.
This seems wise.
All right.
Fantastic.
We're going to start on the investigation after our break. So in about 10 minutes, we'll be back and we can see what they uncover from this wise strategy of splitting the party. Yeah.
Without stealing things.
Yeah. Without stealing things. Without stealing things. Don't
You
go
were
away.
taking the paladin with you.
It's just for plausible deniability. All right. And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. Okay, so the party has split. Seelah and Mauricio are headed up the path to the Menemez Manor. And Ezrin and Kira, odd couple, Ezrin and Kira, are headed to do some book learning, book research. First, they went to the Dawnflower Library and found that, unsurprisingly, it was still a medical ward from the disaster of the previous day. Fortunately, everyone who was hurt physically had been treated and released. Some people were still there for observation, but they were doing fine. They were totally stable. Just making sure that, you know, everything took fine and all the bandages needed to be replaced, whatever. But there were a number of people who were like traumatized by the events. Particularly several rich people in the town who saw, you know, their ancestors come flying down from the cliff. It was upsetting.
People came back.
So there, most of the study rooms in fact, all of the study rooms in the library were set aside for those personal one-on-one conversations with Saren Ray priestesses. So there was nowhere to do any reading at the library. And you couldn't really get into the stacks. They recommended that you check out Odd Stories. There might be a history book there if that's what you're looking for. I really need to get to more patients. Thank you for your time. Kira, please continue your efforts in resolving whatever happened to us.
I do think that, like, on the way back, Ezrin would probably be able to clock that if there was any reason that they went to the library, that was mostly her reason.
Yeah.
Was that keeping her out of, like, the hospital, quote unquote, was harder. That she couldn't just drop it. She had to go back and check.
Right. Because Kira
and-
is at heart a healer. That's a major part of her faith. And what they said was, "We appreciate you. Thank you for all your help." But what got across was, what's probably more important is for you to stop this from happening again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think sort of on the walk to the bookstore, it's clear that whatever is going on here, whatever did that, every time she sees it puts her in a slightly different headspace than I think you've just known her to have. So she's a little bit somewhere else as we head to the bookstore.
And because of that,
Mhm.
Ezrin is like, there's no one to stop Ezrin from talking
Oh.
Oh no.
because you're not listening.
Oh, that's the problem. She's making comments. She's just the brains are
Autopilot.
split. The brains are split. Left brain doing whatever. Right brain having conversation, upkeeping it the whole time. Eyes dead.
Because I imagine that he would be like, look, I don't mean any disrespect, but like, I mean, I didn't need somewhere to sit to read. I could have respectfully stepped over the sleeping person to get to some books that maybe could help us stop this thing. I mean, like, you understand what I'm saying. I wasn't being disrespectful. And like, what is actually where, hello?
Yeah,
Where did you
were not.
go? You just went somewhere.
Don't touch the camera. Talk to me. The there's How insightful do you think Ezrin is?
Make an inside check,
Oh.
Ezra.
You can make it. There's a rule for that.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I got a +1. Let's find out what happened. Come on,
Yeah.
fate. Yeah, I got a 5. Never mind. I didn't notice.
Don't
that
you get
were
advantage
lost. I
though
just kept
because this
talking.
is the first roll
oh my
after
God,
the raid?
this is the first roll.
Oh,
You do. You do.
shit.
Thanks, Raiders.
Oh no. Okay, let's
If any
find
of you
out.
stuck around through the break, I'm glad. And so is
Okay.
Ezra.
And so is Ezrin. Okay, so here's how this played out. At first, he doesn't notice. He's like mad that he can't get at the books. Like it's just like logicking his way to be like, well, what if we could have did the thing? And could have done like maybe there. Oh, what if there was things there? And then after running out of a little bit of steam, notices with a 14.
Yeah, I'd say. Kira's getting it got a little bit weird once they got pulled away from the thing, but kept getting weirder the closer they got to Rin's spot. And I think you can clock that there's like she's sitting on something that she's kind of getting annoyed, keeps coming back at. Sometimes you feel a feeling and then you want the feeling to be done and over, but it keeps on occurring. And you watch a different part of her responding to that as they get closer to the tent after they've left the library.
Oh, Ezra knows that all too well.
Mhm.
The like, hello feeling. I have explained to you. Why are you still here?
Yeah. I felt it once, I gave it the time, and then I intellectualized it. Why isn't it gone?
At this point, I'm annoyed that I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I especially if Ezrin is familiar with it, I think he can kind of watch that happening and come up here currently.
Yeah. He would uncharacteristically for him actually sort of tentatively put a hand on your shoulder and sort of actually pause and like turn you towards him and just sort of like, dude, like he's not good actually at reading people. So he really is like, oh, something is wrong, but let me just be like, well, why are you mad at the weird lady?
I am not mad. It is a petty disappointment, and I should be through it.
Well, as someone who's been accused of being petty, allow me to give you a little bit of permission, my friend. Sometimes it's cathartic to be a little bit petty. Tell me about it. Come on, what'd she do? She have a dirty robe? Did she look wrong at your girlfriend? What'd she do? It's okay.
She got to save her village.
Hmm.
I didn't. She was given visions. All they lost was buildings.
You know, the reason you and I are friends, we have some pain in common. I would risk calling it that. And I feel like that we've talked about it enough for me to say, with respect, Kira, as glorious as you are, you're not perfect. And that's okay.
This time nobody died. And I'm going to have to be okay with just that.
You know, I have a feeling that this is going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm just going to say it. I'm going to need you to be stronger than this. You've seen how everyone looks at you. Everyone looks to you. If you weaken yourself with self-doubt over things you cannot control and a perfection that I don't even know if the gods can achieve, that's kind of unfair to yourself, isn't it? Isn't that kind of stabbing yourself in the foot before the battle's even begun? Come on. You're good. We're good.
Perhaps I do still have things to learn from you, friend. That's...
Ezra
We
begins
can-
to furiously write
Yes.
this journal.
We can... Later. We have books to find and friends to see. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry for letting it slow me down so much.
There you go again. Why are you apologizing for not being perfect?
I'll work on it in silence on the rest of the way to the bookstore.
Well, sure enough, you have come to the bookstore. There's a 3-story stone tower rises from the back of the small 1-story wooden bookstore. A sign above the front door depicts a stack of open books with lines of magical energy rising from the pages. This appears to be the place.
Oh,
Lines
It's-
of magical energy. It's probably a thaumaturgy thing.
It's still magic. Ezra, open the door. Go look at the books.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You find yourself in a very comfy, well-appointed, cozy sort of bookstore, like a used bookstore here in Seattle, or like in any other city that is well known for its literary community. Like, there are books like falling off the shelves, and it's tight and enclosed, and Ezrin feels so at home there. There's an armchair with a cat, and the
Gonna
cat
be a
does not move as you approach. Perfect.
Great.
Ah, says the bright red-haired person behind the stand. Ah, customers. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a fanciful, fantastic escape? I happen to have a number of good chapbooks that have come in, and some very even longer volumes of recent adventures, if that's what you're looking for.
He's a red-haired person. Would you be willing to describe this person more?
I do have art. I'm looking for the art. Hold on.
Okay.
So yeah, he's this is a man, a tall, lanky, red-haired man, and for some reason the art is not immediately showing up for me, but I will find it and I'll post. Here we go. Yeah, it shows up strangely on the DM's Guild for whatever reason. Okay, so let me just pop that into the stream. Okay.
So,
1 second.
Okay. So Ezrin would walk up.
Ben's like, I'm holding off on my reaction to see if I find judge how attractive I find this person.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. Regardless of like, it's not about the art, but it's like I imagine that probably there's
okay,
like
that's
stacks
moral
of
bent.
books.
Moral bent.
Oh. Okay. So I imagine that there's stacks of books, and maybe we can't even see the person that's like chatting, and he says chat books.
Yeah, just his head pops up over this, huge stack of books. It says, I see that you are a scholar.
And Ezra will come over and...
If you do not mind me making the assumption based on your attire and your noble scholarly visage.
And Ezrin would sort of clack his staff down on the countertop, says, I don't mind, because that means that you're not a fool. I will require to know where your magic books section. Then he sort of like trails off as he actually sort of looks at the shopkeep.
Yeah, you see that Moralbent, that's his name, has clearly warmed in the presence of another scholar. And you can tell that he, too, is a wizard. Maybe equivalent in power with you, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less. I don't know, but like
that's
comparable.
Not that hard.
Comparable, yeah. And he's like, point. You saw the sign on the way in. That is emblematic of the power of imagination, with fanciful fictional works and anthologies that are my specialties. But I do have magical books. You will find my selection a little bit limited. I apologize for a scholar from the big city. However, I'm sure there's something that will catch your fancy. Let me show you. And he shouts back, "Call customers! Come.
Ezrin, for once, seems a little bit at a loss for words. And dutifully follows.
I do think that, if you don't mind me saying so, I think you are also a wizard, yes? Yes? A practitioner of the magical arts?
Yes. Thank you for your astute observation.
Wonderful.
How do you get all these books here?
Magic, of course. Also, just very, very good connections. Karlth gets most of them. He specializes in the nonfiction. If your friend is more interested in less esoteric and more like, mundane pieces, I'm sure he can help her. But you wanted to see the magic books, and that's what I want to show you. Come on. He's very excited about another wizard finally showing up in Otari.
Which is funny, because I actually want to see the history books, but I don't say that, and I just follow him, because magic books.
Meanwhile...
And I'll sort of over my shoulder be like, Kira, maybe ask about the history section, as I'm pulled into the section.
Okay. This dark-skinned man, very well put together, hair neatly combed, shows up and he says, yes. Moralbent said you were interested in books.
Yes. We are looking if you have any tomes or pieces of reference to the Rose Guard themselves, or perhaps the beginning of the Otari or the area. So
history of the Rose Guard in Otari. Certainly, madam. Come with me. And he shows you to like a less mystically appointed corner of the bookstore, and he says, Otari history is very popular here in the city, as I'm sure you can guess. Moralbent, you must forgive my husband. He gets very carried away.
Well, it is something that he can be excited about.
Of
And I have
course.
never seen Ezrin shut up that quickly, so clearly there is an interest in the subject.
Yes.
The
I like seeing him excited. Anyway, here, and he pulls a pretty not dusty tome. Like, obviously people have come in, looked at it, read through it, and put it back on the shelf, and he hands it to you. He says it's very popular. People buy it and then return it when they're finished with whatever reference material they're drawing for their latest storytelling at the tavern. But I suspect that you are interested in some genuine research, if I do not miss my guess.
You are astute. Well, you
I
are
do
also
work at a bookstore.
you are a merchant that is necessary. For this, yes, we are intended to assist in some of the issues that have plagued the town, the Gauntlet to the north. By this, we hope to find some greater information so we know what more we are getting into.
Of course, of course. Please, he opens the book to a well-read chapter. There's one of the 3 bookmarks has gone through it, and he says, "Please take your time. If you wish to purchase the book, or if you wish to lease the book for a while, let me know." And
Lease is probably going to be a good idea. One question before you go.
Of course.
Is your cat nice?
Cats are a test in consent. Respect her, and she will respect you.
I like you.
He nods and then he heads back to the desk.
And she will take up and just take the book up and sit back, like sit near the cat, and just goes into reading as Ezrin is pulled away to try and see if there's anything.
Would you make an... Oh my god. Okay. I think they're... Unless I'm... I could be totally wrong, but I feel like there's a skill that's related to animals in some way. Is that correct?
Animal handling?
Animal handling.
Yes.
Would you please make an animal handling check?
Amazing.
It's wrecked. It's got to be a really low DC.
Let's go.
I've got a +3 to this.
Yeah, I know, because wisdom. Right? Wisdom?
Yes, wisdom.
Excellent.
Low roll, but still 13.
13. The cat seems to be ignoring you for quite some time. And then as you're reading the book and just giving her space, she just kind of sidles over and just presses her body up against you. Tail kind of like rippling up the book and then, cutting through the pages. Whoop. Boop, 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 boop.
She gets the very passive, I'm still not paying attention to you, pets, as she, but physical attention while...
As the power play between the cat and Kira is going on. Morlabent in the back is showing Ezrin magical tomes. Ezrin, you came here...
I'm sorry, can I interject for just 1 second?
Yes.
Because I need everyone to know that the reason that I requested that it was a Rex was because of the genre fiction bookstore in the Mission in San Francisco, who had the sweetest, most lovely Rex ever. That would at just a glance at it, it would just hop on your shoulder and just hang out and be like, "I love you.
I love you."
Sorry, I had to get that out in order to get through the rest of the scene. Please continue.
Okay. Morlabent is showing you magic books, and Ezrin, you may have come here looking for historical reference material, but this is great.
Yeah.
There are books about magical theory. There are books about application. There are books about researching and magical creatures. And there is one book that is under glass, like a display book, and it is old.
I do my best not to press my face against the glass.
It is. Okay, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
It is gray leather bound and just beautiful.
18.
Oh, okay. You managed to avoid pressing your face against the glass.
I just adjust my clothing in ways to make sure that I'm still appropriate.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, it is that sort of thing. He says, and Morlabent notices your interest, and he says, "Aha, I see.
What
Feast,
is this one? It
feast
looks
your eyes
unique.
upon Zardavian's grimoire." He added in the hesitation for dramatic impact.
As opposed to hesitation that it's actually a grimoire.
Yes, it is. It is called The Thresholds of Truth, a straightforward treatise on arcane and occult lore, which contains several powerful, useful spells, so annotated and cross-referenced over the centuries that the original text is difficult to discern in many ways. You have to have a truly discerning eye to understand this text. It's clear that Zarmavdian was interested in preventing eldritch creatures from manipulating innocent minds, but the information is a treasure trove for those seeking to expand their knowledge into dangerous or inscrutable realms. It's a spell book. It's not magical exactly, but it is containing of magical secrets. He looks very proud of having this book. Mayor Menemes has been attempting to acquire this book from me for quite some time, but I have held on to it because it is a pillar of Otari's history.
I would like to discern whether it is actual sort of pride or whether he is salesman.
Sounds like an insight check. Let's go.
Okay.
We know
I'm
you're
so
good at that.
this. Yeah, I'm so good at it. 11.
Seems like real pride to you.
Real pride. Okay.
It seems a little bit like a little intimidation. Like, oh, this is the work of a true archmage.
Got it. Trusting in his opinion, Ezrin would like to trust but verify, and would like to ask so this is actually extremely fortuitous. We came to your shop looking for a history that would help inform us on how we can help defend the town from whatever eldritch shenanigans are happening in the tower these days. I mean, you perhaps heard about the fiery destruction that I rained down upon the monster last night.
Fascinating.
Yes.
I'm sure Carl has been helping your companion with historical works. Nonfiction is his specialty. Carl! He says, "Yes, dear. Have you been helping the lady?" "Yes, dear."
Yeah. But it seems that you actually might have something more powerful than history, which is saying something, because history is great.
Oh.
Which might be literal arcane studies of eldritch energies.
Okay.
Would you be willing to just show me a page or two?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm pretty good at this. But rolled a 1. I am.
Would you like to use your human advantage on this? Because you can.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you start every day with advantage.
Yeah.
Or with inspiration. Mm-hmm.
I actually almost never play humans, so I forget that. So thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
That is less awful, but not great. I got a 9 total.
Sir.
So at least I'm not offensive.
Sir, Morlabent says, I would love to help you out, but this book is so delicate and so... We have to be so careful with it. It's practically falling apart as it is. I would love to help you. He seems to have kind of like retreated from you a little bit. Like, I don't know. And he's his kind of like close scowl has kind of come back a little bit. He's like, I need to protect it. You understand? It's a historical artifact of Otari's past. I simply cannot. I cannot give you this book to look at. I am sorry.
I will not attempt to persuade him further, but I do want to attempt to settle him by instead engaging with him about like anything he may have understood from the book or his knowledge about the tower, and I will do so intentionally digging into like arcane lore and terminology and like speaking to him as an equal and a scholar.
Sounds like you're making an Arcana charisma check. Let's go. Yeah. So that would basically be, yeah, okay. Yeah, you mollify him. He's like, you're like, whoa. No, I would never ask you to like damage
Yeah, for the
Otari's
stream
history.
I got an 11.
I'm just interested in what can be learned about the tower. You see, we're investigating, and he's like, oh, yes, and he seems to be basically rendered kind of sort of friendly again, rather than quite helpful. He has gone back to friendly. So
Got it.
you have a good interaction, and what comes out of it is he has this book. And it also comes out in your conversation that he's proud of his collection, but wishes he had more books. So you get the sense that if you found more books, he might be interested.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't want to take up like a ton of time here unless there's more like that you want to do. I feel like I'd be curious what Kira is finding in the history tomes.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Yes, Kira, sure enough, you have discovered that there were 4 members of the Rose Guard, okay, who founded the city after overthrowing Belcora Heravex, the evil, aberrant witch of the Gauntlet Tower. Rather than go from memory, I'll just I will look it up to make sure that I know who I'm talking about. So, the first member of the Rose Guard was Asaphena Menemes, who is a priestess of Aristil. Aristil is the god of the hunt, essentially, kind of like a nature sort of deity. Generally neutral to good. Okay. And then there was Vol Rajani, who was a warrior in the Rose Guard, a tall, powerfully built woman with a sword called the Cooperative Blade. It doesn't really specify exactly what that means. It's just that that's the name of the sword.
Can you give me her name one more time?
Vol, V-O-L, Rajani, R-A-J-A-N-I. And I will just put all this in the chat, actually. I think that might be a better way to do it. So, because then the chat can see it too. So, Vol Rajani, warrior woman. Cooperative Blade. Asaphena Menemes, priestess of Aristil. And then there were 2 others. They were... Let me see. Okay. The wizard Zarmavdian. And Ilvashti Otari, who perished during the fight with Belcora, and the town was founded in his honor. 3 of the Rose Guard survived the final confrontation with Belcora: Asaphena, Vol, and Zarmavdian. Ilvashti Otari. Oh, I think there's an H there. Sorry. Yeah, Ilvashti Otari, was a human rogue, who perished in the fight, and the town is founded in his honor and named after him. And it's a little bit vague on the specifics of their battle. It basically says that they leveled the fortress, except for the tower itself. The tower stands as a monument to their victory. And then, of course, they founded the town. Because they lost their beloved companion Otari, they wanted to retire from adventuring and live a more peaceful life. And so they founded the town of Otari, which they named after their lost friend.
I think the other thing, like looking over that, and like putting it together with what I know, I think the thing that pops out to Kira is the terminology of aberrant witch.
Aberrant witch.
Does that have implications? Is it just like we're saying a bunch of like mean, scary words about somebody because we're scared because they're terrifying, or does that mean something because a crab appeared out of nowhere to kill us? That wasn't like anything that she'd seen.
Make me an Arcana check, if you would.
Love both of us doing the things that we shouldn't be doing.
That's right. And you can consult with Ezrin about this later if you wish to.
I will also use my my heroic inspiration to not roll a 2. That is an 18.
Excellent. So, aberrant witch might just be a pejorative that the author put in about this terrible, evil sorceress. Or it could be describing a kind of sorcerer that draws power from an aberrant heritage. From beings beyond the scope of mortal understanding. The book goes on to speculate that Belcora had some sort of that she was a priestess, perhaps, or like she believed in some sort of very strange esoteric faith or some sort of deity that is not listed. Nobody knows what it was, but it involved death and the eyes of empty death is the term that it phrases. Like she worshipped the eyes of empty death, whatever that means. So it could be an aberrant heritage sorcerer that they're talking about. Like there could be some truth to what's there. You're reading between the lines.
Yeah, I think for whenever Ezra actually comes out of the room, she has she's put her knees up on the sides of the put her knees up on the arms of the chair, has the book on one, has the personal journal on the other, and is like making notes and just cat in the middle, and has gone to a deeply uncomfortable position to be able to balance all three of these things.
Okay. Yeah, sure enough, Ezra does show back up, and he is thoughtful, I think. Like, there are all kinds of possibilities and things that he learned, and things that you learned, and then the two of you can compare notes. Ezra, with your arcane knowledge, it seems reasonable that an aberrant sorcerer is what they're describing with kind of clumsy language. You don't know all that much about occult magic, which is essentially what sorcerers are, but that that's a thing. Like you have author's note. Ezrin had a great deal of occult knowledge, despite not following an occult tradition himself, suggesting that he had met or faced occult opponents in the past. So it's reasonable that he knows what he's talking about. Okay, so yeah, you two head out with knowledge buzzing about your brains. Okay, I would like to go to the other half of the party and see what they uncover. Okay, so Mauriziel and Seelah head up along the ridge to the Menemez Manor. It's a lovely walk. Like, you have this kind of scenic view of Otari from up on the ridge, and you get to this very nice fenced building that's near the lumber flume, actually. The miraculous architectural and mechanical device that moves the logs down from the forest down into the city. In fact, I would like both of you to make a perception check, please.
That's a 15.
Okay.
That's 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Seelah, you're just
That's a
focused.
flume.
Yeah, Seelah, you're focused on the task at hand and maybe thinking about those dreams that you had. Maurizio, you are watching logs going down the flume, and you see one with someone riding it. In fact, they flicker
Oh,
into
yeah.
visibility as you are watching, and they like glance over and see you watching them, and immediately lose their balance and go, what? And like flop over on the log and are now clinging to the log for dear life. And then the log goes over the cliff. Wah! You hear a little
Nice.
Luigi scream. Wah!
What was that?
Joyride.
Yep.
Was someone riding a log?
I mean, if I was a kid here, I would be riding these logs too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Without question. It's probably very dangerous. And
I want to hold up a
but-
little
but
scorecard that says 7.5, but I don't actually have one of those. So just thinking it
It's
in
there
my
in your
head.
heart.
It's there in my heart.
Okay, so sure
Let's
enough,
say we show him how it's done after this. No. Focus.
there is
Focus,
a
Marcio, focus.
footman
You
at
have things to do.
the gates of the Menemez Manor, and he says, "Ah, are you the adventurers? The mayor
Yes.
has been expecting you."
Yes.
Yes, our companions will be joining us later, but we thought we
course.
would come post haste in the morning.
Welcome. Please come with me.
I
Thank
thank
you so much.
Yeah. He leads you into a sitting room. You don't have to wait very long before Mayor Menemez shows up. I think I have an art of him. I will just put over in the stream so we can all see what he looks like. Boop. Tall, ruggedly handsome, well put together, dark-skinned man, played by
Nice.
Keith David in our stream. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
And he says, "Ah, you've come. I appreciate this. Tell
yes,
me,
thank
tell me, how can I help?"
Currently, if possible, we heard that there's a museum for the founding of the town here.
Yes, indeed. That wing, he gestures to one of the 4
Mhm.
wings of the house, is dedicated specifically to the history of Otari. Would you like a tour?
We would love a tour.
We would love
We
a
were-
tour. Yes.
We
May
were
I ask?
hoping to learn.
May I ask what you're looking for?
We are hoping specifically to learn more about the Rose Guard that founded the town, since they are the ones who defeated the
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet the first time.
Of course, of course.
Our companions will be joining us shortly,
As
but
soon as they can be torn away from books, you understand.
I certainly do. Please come with me.
thank
and
you.
And sure enough, yeah, Mayor Menemez is a bit tired. Like, you can tell he has like bags under his eyes, but he is otherwise very, very accommodating and very helpful. He says, unfortunately, my wife Mnala is occupied, and you do see some of his kids running around with servants chasing them. He apparently has 5 children. You see 4 of them young tykes running around doing chaos. He says, yes, the manor is one of this town's oldest structures, and it is big. It is a sprawling affair that's larger than the clan needs, even with the numerous children. The west wing of the manor has been closed for 2 generations. Apparently, nobody lives there, while the east wing has been converted into this museum.
Just closed because of too much space, or
Yeah, they just don't need that much space. Yes, once upon a time, everyone who lived in the town lived in this manor, and
Oh,
then
wow.
they spread out. Well, it wasn't very large when it was first founded, of course. My ancestor, Esefna, founded Otari along with her other companions from the Rose Guard. And they all lived in this manor house, which was apparently a very humble affair at the time, but we have expanded. It's, the town has been here for 500 years. As he just kind of rambles on because he's not entirely sure what you need to know, and anything could be important. So
I mean, valid. Anything could be important.
he explains that he tries to keep his roles as a businessman and politician separate. He devotes the mornings, which is what's happening right now, to working as a public figure, and the afternoons to managing his company, which is called Otari Lumber. That's why the flume. Yes, exactly. That's why the flume is attached to my lands here. Well, the city's lands. It is Otari Lumber is traditionally associated with the mayor of Otari. It is one of our primary exports. You understand. If I were removed from office, then the new mayor would control the company. That's according to the bylaws.
I'm sure that's not relevant to anything else going on right now at all.
Well, there are some certain political disagreements within Otari. There is another election coming up, and well, you see, and he seems a little apologetic about this. He says, traditionally, Amenemez has always run Otari. I suspect it goes back to Esefna being the leader of the Rose Guard 500 years ago, and tradition is a hard thing to overcome out in the country, as it were.
Certainly.
I have been mayor myself for going on 30 years now, and it's, I must say, it is somewhat exhausting. But my only real opponent was the Rajani son. And, well, he's never acquired enough votes to oust me.
So another descendant of the Rose Guard. Is it just the two of you in Otari now, or? I mean, aside from your family, of course.
Yes. The Menemez family has a number of people here in Otari, my wife and our brood of children. But Carmen is the last survivor of the Rajani family. Alas, his parents died in a tragic accident on the sea. They were on a trade ship heading to Absalom, which is not so far away, but foul weather caught them, and tragic.
That's horrible.
I fear that Carmen did not take it very well, and he has, well, ever since he has been discontent with the town, with the running thereof, and all things. He has attempted to challenge me for mayor 4 times, and he has lost in the election every time.
How embarrassing for him.
Yes, alas.
He seems swift of temper from what I've heard.
That is an uncharitable thing to say about him, but not untrue. He is a young man and very set in his ways and very angry about many things in life. I do so wish he would get his life together, as it were. He could.
Merciel is remembering going past the Crook's Nook the other night
Mhm.
and hearing him upstairs in the Crook's Nook in the attic, throwing knives at a target and consistently missing. But she doesn't say that out loud, but that's what she's remembering. That's her, like, her only knowledge of Carmen Rajani is that he's a really bad shot with a dagger.
Do you point that out to the mayor?
No, no. Asking about his temper was my way of
You're like, I'm just gonna be
confirming
real
my
petty with you, mayor. He is
No.
an asshole.
No, I've never even seen the guy. I
Yeah.
just know he's a really bad shot, and he was getting progressively angrier, and the thumps of the daggers were being thrown harder, and I that's all. That's all of the insight I have. And
Sure,
I am
absolutely.
definitely not scoping around for things to steal. I am not taking my focus off of the other people in the room at all, as far as anyone can tell.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I promised I wasn't stealing anything unless it was important, and we haven't seen anything important.
Yes.
Scoping isn't stealing.
The mayor shows you to the museum, and as he's talking to you about the affairs of Otari,
Yes.
and specifically about the kind of there's apparently a rivalry of sorts between the Rajani family and the Menemez family, like going back centuries. The Menemez family's always been on top in the leadership role, and the Rajani family has always been like just trying to hold things together, right? Carman Rajani is apparently the headsmith, the owner of Blades for Glades, which makes mostly logging
we've heard of that.
materials, but also weapons and any sort of metalworks that you might need. He says,
With the
if you
rival-
do call upon him, you should probably not mention that you and I have had this good interaction. He does not like our family in any way, and that would likely make him unwilling to assist you.
We will keep it on the down low.
That's
then.
very insightful of you, and we thank you for that information.
Marie's like, yeah. All right. Yeah. He shows you to the museum. There's a whole bit about the history of the town, founded by the Rose Guard, who defeated Belcora Haravex at great cost. Their beloved companion, Ilvashti, Otari Ilvashti. Ilvashti is his family name, apparently. Otari is his first name. Sorry, I got that wrong. Otari Ilvashti gave inspiration for the name of the town, and they founded it in his honor. He perished during that final fight. The cleric Asaphine Menemez is the leader of the Rose Guard. The wizards are Mavdian and the fighter Vol Rajani. Asefna and Vol were apparently very good friends, shield mates, if you will.
I was going to ask that since you said the families have been there's been a rivalry. I was curious what the relationship between the two of them was.
So the mayor Menemez gets a little like flush, and he's like, "Yes, it's ironic. We were once the greatest of friends, but our families have diverged over the centuries, and it's a shame. You know, I have a daughter about Carman's age, but well, his hatred of my family is so great, and I cannot imagine that anything will come of it. The family feud has lasted for over a century now, and I suspect it will continue, despite any efforts that I make to resolve it." Would you like to make insight checks, please?
Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, is
Don't
this
have to
guy on
ask
the
me
level?
twice. That's
Oh
a
my
20.
Oh, shit. Okay.
gosh. Okay, I got a 1.
Seelah's like, that sounds bad. And Mauricio's like, you know
said
what?
humans get to do a thing.
That's right. Humans do start with inspiration at the end of every long rest.
Okay, can I?
You sure
Does that
can.
mean I get to roll a second time?
Yeah, if you want to spend it, yeah.
Yeah. 12.
Okay.
Less failure.
Yeah, you get the sense that the mayor's not saying everything. You're getting a very curated perspective on all of this. Like, he is being very polite and very accommodating.
He's being very diplomatic.
He's being very diplomatic about it.
He's curating his audio tour as well as he's curating the museum tour. They are one and the same.
He's a politician. Okay.
Yep.
He's not lying to you, but he might be leaving things out.
He's definitely leaving a lot out.
Yeah, Mauricio, you can tell that he is definitely leaving something out, and you're pretty sure that Carmen might have legitimate gripes that he's just not mentioning.
And also, I'm curious about his daughter that we're not seeing, but I don't know how to ask about
Yeah, you
her.
saw 4 kids, none of whom appear to be like a young adult.
Yeah, they're younger.
Right. They're like, the oldest one you saw was like 15.
Mhm.
And then going down from there. Okay.
So it wasn't the kid that we saw him with the other day
Correct.
that's missing?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Except
So,
Kira and I weren't there, so I didn't see that.
right.
Oh, right.
So, the museum is a public museum in the town's history. The museum contains, under glass, replicas of iconic things that the heroes of the Rose Guard carried. Mayor Menemez tells you up front, these are replicas. These are not the original items.
This is just a tribute.
This is just a tribute. They include a beautiful, silvery, unimaginably wonderful sword, which is clearly the sword from your dream, the cooperative blade. You recognize it immediately from your dream. There is a black, well-maintained spell book, okay, which is called The Thresholds of Truth. It resembles what Ezran saw, but like much newer, right? Because it's a replica. There is a brooch. Oh, let me get the art because I feel like this is important.
Seeing the sword too, Seelah will definitely kind of lean over to Mauricio and be like, that was absolutely Vol I saw in my dream. Absolutely her. That's the same sword. I'd recognize that sword anywhere.
The Hunter's Brooch. Let me get this art and I'll put it in the
Well,
in
if the
stream.
DM says this is important, then my ears are definitely perked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and sorry, it always takes a second to get art
That's
up on
okay.
the stream. It looks like that. It's like a stag with an arrow and a bow.
Oh.
Yeah, it.
Oh,
For those of
that's-
you who are trained in religion, such as Seelah probably is, it is clearly related to Aristil.
Aristil.
Okay.
Okay. But it's a brooch, like you would wear it on to seal a cloak or something. And Seelah, you like reach up and touch your upper chest, your collarbone, like was
where
I
a brooch
wearing
would
that
be?
in the dream? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do we have art? Oh yeah, we do. Excellent. Okay, I got art of some of the other stuff too. So. And
Was
let me
there?
Oh yes, the Thresholds of Truth. Oh, I described this as black, but it's actually a blue tome. It is leather. It's blue leather, which is
Fancy.
fancy.
Is there a
and
mace
fascinating.
replica in here somewhere?
No such luck.
Ah. So
there
close.
are indeed 4 of the kind of like legendary items that were possessed by the Rose Guard, and they are this tome, this brooch, this sword, the cooperative sword, a cooperative blade, sorry, which looks way too heavy for like Maurizio to carry around, but would definitely fit with like a paladin wielding it. And the last thing the mayor shows you is the shadowed tools. They are Otario Vashti's thieves' tools, which are beautiful and well crafted and look very, very
Stealable.
very stealable. However, you do have to remind yourself that these are replicas. These are not the originals, right?
Right.
These are the equivalent of 3D printed items in the setting. Okay.
So was Vol a warrior or a paladin? Like,
Oh yes, no, she was a great swordswoman, one of the greatest of her time, if the legends are to be believed. The mayor says. Why the interest? Is she relevant to your investigation, perhaps?
perhaps. I'm not certain yet, and I'm sure our companions will have more information when they join us, but
Of course, of course. Okay.
I also have a
So,
vested interest in
I'm-
swords. She kind
I-
of like, shrugs like, paladin!
Paladin, yeah, it's a paladin thing, not a like, sort of thing. Okay, at this point, Ezra and Kira, you arrive at the manor. So I'm going to have you enter into the scene when we think it's appropriate. But Maurizio had a thing.
I am absolutely, self-aware enough to know that I am not the right person to say if these are the replicas, where are the real ones. But I'm thinking it really, really loudly at Seelah. and
Seelah, make an
hoping
insight
that
check.
Seelah will ask it.
These are definitely replicas?
Ah, yes.
No,
the
no,
mayor says.
not.
Oh. No, I'm asking
Oh.
out of character, Gabriel. Like, what?
If these are the replicas, where are the real ones? I'm very
Okay.
curious.
The mayor very
But
upfront told
I
you
mean,
that they
I
were
have
replicas.
a brace of daggers
Yeah.
across my back. I am not the person to be asking this in a way that it will be answered.
Yeah. So, are the original? I would assume then is the sword still in the hands of that family line? What happened to the others? Are they lost to time or?
Oh, that was so good.
Make a persuasion check.
Mauricio looks so relieved. That was a great way to say it. I never would have thought of that.
As opposed to, tell me,
Come on,
where
come on,
are
come on.
these items so that I may view them myself?
With my hands.
Oh! Oh!
Yes!
All right.
Yeah!
So,
Okay.
the mayor sighs, and he says, well, you seem... He seems to trust you. Specifically you, not Maurizio, but you. You're very
I mean,
trustworthy, Seelah.
I'm a paladin. Of course, I'm trustworthy.
Exactly.
Blink, blink.
And it seems like there's like some kind of kinship between the two of you. Not necessarily that you're related, but it's more like he recognizes a kindred soul, or it wants to anyway. And he says, well, as I said, these are replicas of these items. None of us living have ever seen Otari's tools. They were lost when he was lost within the Gauntlet complex. Buried beneath the fallen walls of the fortress. But the cooperative blade hangs in state in a place of honor in the Dawnflower Library. He seems a little embarrassed to admit this, but he does trust you. And he says, you see, after 3-4 elections that Carmen lost against me, I did something I regret, which is that I wore the cooperative blade to my inauguration ceremony this last time to send a message to Carmen
Mm-hmm.
That if he wished to to lead the city, he needed to step up. And I don't know what I was thinking. It had been a long campaign full of invective and disagreement and many perjuries against my character. And I shouldn't have done it. It was petty of me. But I think that has permanently soured our relationship. Anyway, it hangs in a place of honor in the Dawnflower Library. Astefna's brooch, I do still have. And Zarmavdian's Thresholds of Truth, Morlabit at Odd Stories has that book. He has it in a special, well-protected vault or some sort of magical contraption. I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed the safer place to have it rather than under glass here at the museum. So 3 of these icons are accounted for in the town, but Otari's tools are unfortunately lost to history. They were just the most iconic item that we had to commemorate his great sacrifice.
It is so wise to have replicas of all these things so that the originals can remain with their families
And be kept safe.
and
That's
be kept safe.
I am so relieved that you understand. Oh, look, your companions have arrived. Yeah, sure enough, Ezra and Kira, the footman has ushered you in as well.
wonderful. We were getting the tour.
Would you like the tour as well, Sir Wizard and Lady Kira?
There's sort of a glance across the two of them, like, can you give me the short version? Just like,
Oh, let's see what I remember from the tour first.
And
you
then
can correct me if I'm wrong.
the mayor looks distracted for a moment, and he looks up at like the kind of mezzanine level above the museum, and he says, "Would you excuse me for a moment?"
Certainly.
And he starts heading for the stairs.
I look up at what he's looking at. What's he looking at?
Yeah,
Make a
we
perception
snooping,
check,
we snooping.
please. Anyone who is gonna look, make a perception check.
Snoop.
I perceive with a 19.
Haha. Okay.
Only a 7, but I got my nat 20 where it counted.
Yes, you did.
And I crit this perception check because of the robe of eyes giving me advantage.
I crit it.
Nice.
I crit it too.
Excellent.
It's a nat
Excellent.
20.
We're
We're
so
like, "Hello,
observant.
The camera.
Seelah, what did you get on
Cut
your
to
check?
Seelah looking at the sword instead. I got a 7.
Sword.
Why didn't I crit
thinking
the
of-
magic book convincing roll? Damn
This,
it.
Yeah,
this is narratively fascinating. Okay, so the 3 of you, not Seelah, see this young, dark-skinned woman standing up there. She looks very wan and very tired, and she's clearly the woman from Seelah's dream, but Seelah didn't see her, and just the 3 of you others saw her. And he goes up, the mayor goes up there, and he says, "Doriana, you should not be out of bed. You need your rest."
The dice. The dice tell us
The
stories,
dice.
and I
Seelah
love
is
them.
looking meaningfully at the sword in the glass case, thinking of the woman from her dream
Yes.
and remembering.
Yes. She's
Uh,
distracted by the
Yeah.
dream. Yeah.
And there is no non-metagaming way to like connect this.
Ezra.
Beautiful.
Ezra
Make
did
an
have this
insight check,
conversation.
please.
Okay.
I mean, Seelah did describe the child fairly well.
Correct.
To you specifically.
That's why it's an insight check.
12.
Ah! Hey,
No, I could have loved it.
that girl looks similar to what Seelah described from her dream. You only saw her for a moment though, and then the mayor like escorts her off into the another wing of the manor house.
Would be a coincidence.
I also imagine I'm just so distracted. Like, I don't know. I guess that we came in and we're all just like,
Yeah.
and then we're like,
Quick camera
Oh,
pan.
Well,
Weird.
to be
Okay.
clear,
Back to
you
it.
were not expecting to see this person, right?
Yeah. Also, reasonably, we walked in, they said, "Do you want a tour?" Actually buy.
Actually,
And
you know what? I'll be right back.
I
I
need a
gotta
dog.
take this anyway.
Gotta take this.
So like
Wow.
there's definitely the people like I haven't caught up to from Hi Hello yet. So
Politicians are so busy.
yeah. You,
And I imagine that I would, as quickly as possible, try and get Mauricio, show me around. I have to tell you about this book in a locked case.
Mm.
Oh,
You-
locked
What
case,
didn't look
you
anything like
say.
this book?
Mhm.
Oh, weirdly.
Yeah, it looked a lot like this
Yes.
book, except much older and
Look at this.
weathered.
Look at this amazing room of replicas of all the important artifacts of Otari. Isn't this fascinating that they made replicas of all these things?
Mm,
so you know what to look for.
mm.
And then I turn to Kira and Seelah as the people that I know that I need to say this to and be like, you know me well enough to know that I don't steal.
Bad intro.
Yes,
Do
I do
continue.
know you well enough to know that you don't steal, and so I am going to continue to look through this museum.
I've never felt the temptation before until now.
How does it feel? Tell me all about it.
I'm not part of this conversation.
It feels both wrong and weirdly righteous at the same time, and I don't know what to do with that feeling.
Oh,
Even
you'll
though
get
I know
used
it
to it, my
well.
friend. You'll get used to it.
Okay.
So, That was also my
Mauricio
way of
and Ezra
telling
are
telling
bonding, and I
Kira,
don't like it.
I am not stealing any of this. You can take my word on that because I know none of it is real. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it
Mm.
interesting that they're all replicas? Is my way of saying I'm not stealing anything from here. You can relax.
Yeah, I think there is the sort of pause, and we did find some things out about the history of the place, and about the possible nature of Belcora, who seemed to be connected to the godlight itself and the folks within it. But the dream you had, Seelah.
Yes.
No, Seelah, come back. I know, not listening to
Are we done
conversation.
talking about certain things? Okay.
Theft? Yes.
Seelah's like, I gotta tune out theft talk, like, to keep my sanity and my paladin powers. Okay.
It's not like we're talking about sex.
We can do
Calm
this the easy
down.
way or the hard way, okay?
the
And now we're talking about sex again. No.
Mhm.
So yes, what my dream, yes.
So, I don't know what all you have learned as you have been here, but what we were able to determine were the individuals that had been, that like the actual people within the Rose Guard, and what they've done, more or less what they were. We know that Isafina Menemes was a priestess of Eristil. She is a goddess of the hunt. She's the leader. Vorajani was a warrior woman, had wielded something called the cooperative blade.
That's
You
the
could-
scimitar in the library.
Just,
it's a straight sword, but yes,
Uh,
like you can point to the replica hanging on the wall there.
okay.
Well, it's
Mhm.
under glass. Sorry.
The
I was definitely seeing through Asfina's eyes in my dream. That was absolutely all who I saw.
okay. Well, there was also a wizard, and then there was a Tari who perished.
Who has a
if-
book about how to counter aberrant magic. That is
Which-
in a locked case.
You saw it. You saw it in the
Yes.
bookshop. He said it was in the bookshop. Did you see it?
I did.
Is it beautiful?
It made me feel things in parts of my body that I didn't know how to explain.
Oh, Merciel goes to hug Ezrin.
Hips
So
back.
proud.
They're
Uh,
bonding. They're
So
bonding.
proud.
The
Should we be happy about this?
so far it's all just talk.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
The
I'm not gonna steal it.
The only
Period.
relic that isn't actually
would
in
be
the
so
town
useful.
is Otari's lockpicks, and those were with him when he died in the tower somewhere, so those are still in the tower.
You know what that sounds like to me?
I have no idea.
A challenge.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Surely not.
Grin. Big grin.
The,
That's so good.
the note of it being against aberrant powers does raise question. Belcora was referred to as an aberrant witch.
Oh,
Possibly,
interesting.
the terminology stood out to me. So possibly she's a sorcerer. She's a sorcerer that pulls powers from planes beyond. She was also referred to as a priestess, though there was no name for the deity other than it was attached to something called the Eyes of Empty Death, and very like uppercase situation. Which
Could any of those have casted that spell that I saw in my dream, Ezrin?
I mean, the spell that you described is dark, shadowy, perhaps
Aberrant.
type magic. So, yes. Eric, would
Yeah,
would
it
any
sounds
of us have
reasonable.
any chance of recognizing that name, like
Which name?
the empty death sort of like moniker?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, really? Not a religion. All right.
Nope.
18.
Nope. Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There are all kinds of strange cults all over Galarian. This is not one you've heard of.
Hmm.
If you were playing Pathfinder, that would have been an occultism check. But there isn't an occultism in 5e, so Arcana.
Well, I have
By,
+2 more to my arcana than religion, so I'll take it.
by that metric also, a lack of information is information in and of itself. If we know nothing as to what this connects to, then we know that we are unlikely to find it by merit of information that we have already. We will have to possibly parse deeper, but it gives us something to look for. Points of connection, be they these names, these connections to the Rose Guard themselves, and anything that would either point to the Eyes of Empty Death. So perhaps looking for symbology of eyes, or that holds within it, and anything that could reference them.
Look pointedly at Ezrin's cloak. Symbology of eyes.
Well, she's got you there.
Marizel, very
These eyes are
straightforward.
very full, trust me. They're not empty at all. But Kira, hear me out. We're not stealing the book.
Okay.
But I woke up this morning pounding on your door to an empty room trying to find you because Seelah had a vision, a dream that caused us to have a flash of inspiration about looking for information that may help us save this town.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the information is in that book, and we're not going to steal it, but I sure would like to know what's in it.
You know
Well, the best way to get into a locked case, aside from picking it open, is cozying up to the owner of that case.
I tried. I did a really terrible job. It's been a real long time since I've started.
Sometimes it takes more than one attempt. Invite him to dinner.
Find out what he wants, what he needs.
Get him to trust you. That trust is not a one-meeting thing.
So you
Trust
convince
takes time.
people of doing things without just explaining to them why it makes sense?
You never explain to them why it makes sense. Finesse.
Slightly,
Finesse.
campaign slightly over to an increasingly concerned looking Kira.
Well,
Yeah, never thought Marizel and I would be like, oh, the plot thickens.
Finesse him.
I just want to point out there are clearly more secrets around that Gauntlet Tower that could be investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think that's the plan for next episode.
All right. So, I think we're a little over our usual time. We're usually just a tight 2 hours. So,
Just having so much fun.
thank you
Yeah.
for sticking with us for the additional 20 minutes, and we will call it here. And the next session will be back to the Gauntlet and to investigate and find a way down from the surface. I've been Eric Scott B, the DM of this campaign, founding member of the Dungeon Scrawlers. I write stuff. You can see some of it on the shelves, but if you want to find my stuff, you should probably look me up, Eric Scott to be on the line, online, on Amazon, whatever. You'll find my stuff. Join our Discord. We talk about this campaign and others. We have cool stuff coming up. Our two-shot of Curseborn is finished at this point, but there's some talk about continuing it. So if that's something that you are interested in, please comment on the Discord about that. And otherwise, take it away, Gabrielle.
I'm Gabrielle Harboe. I've been Mauricio, your absolutely non-thieving rogue today, as far as you know. I also write a lot. It is not on the shelves behind me. This is a shower curtain, but you can find me online. My name is Unique in the World, so you can just Google me. And it has been a blast. Take it away, Kelsey.
Hi, I've been Kelsey. I've been Seelah, your iconic paladin who totally got flirted with by a dead lady today. Awesome.
100%. Definitely.
Loved it. Loved that. I'm on Instagram at Antique Cipher. Link is in the chat. Take it away, Ben.
I've been Benjamin Williams, your wizard that is overcaffeinated and definitely not entirely heterosexual. You can find me. You can find me very soon on Samhain Eve, calling to the dark spirits on the dance floor, and you should definitely visit every single one of these beautiful human beings' pages and shower them with love. Take it away, Fable.
Hello, I am Fable. I am Story. I'm the purveyor thereof. I have been your iconic cleric, Kira, who we've got to start to dig into the personal parts of just a little bit more.
Raise your hand if you started crying.
If you enjoy the performance, if you have any questions, feel free to take a move over to the Ko-Fi page. Literally everything helps. And it has been a pleasure to be able to tell these stories with all of you. Thank you all very much, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
All right, and Jen Brazos, who plays the Baybarian, Amiri is not with us tonight because she is traveling to one of her various cons that she goes to. But her Kickstarter for Skittering Through the Stars, a Starfinder-related fashion and merch line, is live now, and you should
So
go
cute.
support it. She is, according to my quick Googling, she's about like a third of the way through, and she just started like a couple days ago. So that's awesome. And yeah, just please go and back that. There's such great stuff. Like this skirt and dress thing is amazing, and there's some cool t-shirts and a Starfinder hat. Oh my god, it is great. So yeah, please go check out her stuff, and I think she will be back next week doing more Barbarian stuff, and yeah, it'll be great. So thank you for sticking with us. We will return next week. Until then, bye.